crime, Manny? What crime? What scene of what crime? Which one?
Go down the list and pick one. No, but there are so many. Tell you what, I'll narrow it down for you. It's not Atlantic City.
I know you hate me, buddy. I really do. But this is about more than that, isn't it?
I don't know. I hate you quite a bit.
Yeah, I bet you do. I can't figure out what it is, though. Yeah, was it the fact that I successfully had your ass executed, or the fact that I had your girlfriend in love with me afterwards? Which one?
You're full of questions, aren't you? Are you going to start screaming, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
That all depends on where we're going, how long it takes to get there, and what you plan on doing to me when we do get there.
Oh, well, I don't want to give away the ending and spoil all the fun. I'll tell you what, though, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad you wish you were dead.
We did it.
Lifted the files from the hospital and bounced without a trace.
Dorian saw us.
Whatever quid pro quo she asks for later will be worth it, don't you think?
Michael and Mercy need these files to keep Tommy healthy. It's just...
What?
Can you live with the secret that Todd and Margaret are the biological parents?
There's no other way.
I just want you to be sure. Because once you give Michael and Marcy these records, that's it. There's no going back from there.
Oh, they're here.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey.
I can't believe that you already found out who Tommy's birth parents are. That's amazing.
I should go.
No. Please stay. Rex is Tommy's godfather, which means you're practically family, right? So, who are they?
Yeah, could we see the files?
What? What's wrong?
I'm gonna hand over the files, I promise. But there's something you need to know about where Tommy came from.
What the hell's a nurse? I mean, it's just a blood test, for crying out loud.
Blair, you haven't answered my question yet. Could you be pregnant with Spencer's
Look,
baby?
we don't even know if I'm pregnant yet.
But if you are...
If I am pregnant, I am pregnant with Todd's baby. Todd's. You hear me? It has to be.
Commissioner, they lost communication with the vehicle that was transporting Spencer Truman to Wingdale. Now I want you to find out what happened. I want to know if he got there or not.
You got it. Get right on, boss.
Thank you.
Is this the best you could do, Manny? Huh? It's exactly what in the hell you're planning on doing with me in here.
Yeah? Yes, I know you got him good. But seriously, honey, are you okay? Yes. Okay. I promise those guys won't get near you again, okay? All right. Me too, you.
Couldn't help but over here. How's Jess doing?
Well, Tessa's past kind of caught up to her.
Caught up to her how?
A couple of slime balls were harassing her. Jess is fine. Nash and I got to her in time before it got too out of hand.
She's got to be rattled, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Nash is with her right now till I get off duty. I should be there.
I know. I wish I could spare you, Antonio, but we may have a situation go down.
Excuse me, Commissioner. They located the transport vehicle. It's about 10 miles south of Wingdale. The guards are unconscious, and Truman is gone.
It's our situation. Let's go.
You recognize this place, Spencer? You stored things here, didn't you? What was it you stored? Files? No, sir. Furniture? No. I remember. I remember now. A crazy bitch. A crazy bitch. This was your halfway house for Margaret Cochran while I was on death row, right? Kept her here and waited for her to pop. And then she popped. Beautiful bouncing baby boy. You delivered my son. Yes? And then you scrambled Margaret's brains. Shipped her off to Bangkok.
You do realize if you kill me now, Manny, you're going to end up right back on death row.
Not if I fake crazy. Tell me where my son is if you want to live.
I knew it. I knew it. They want Tommy back, right? I mean, I knew it. Michael, what are we gonna do?
No. It's nothing like that.
What we're going to do is we're going to deal with it together.
It's just Tommy's biological mother. She was mentally ill.
Are we talking about a genetic condition?
Don't know. There's a lot of words in her file ending in osis. I just thought that I should prepare you for that.
May I see the documents, please?
Why are there a lot of blacked out spaces? I mean, isn't this where the patient's name should be, right?
Excuse me, honey.
Well, when a biological parent exercises their right to stay anonymous, then...
The healthcare provider generally will black out the name of the patient. It's a very standard practice. It happens all the time.
Oh, okay. Psychosis? What does that mean? I mean, what does that mean for Tommy?
Honey, I haven't finished reading the file. I can't say what anything means for Tommy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's fine.
Maybe this is why Tommy's mom had to give him up. You know, she probably wasn't fit to raise a child in her condition.
It's possible.
What about the dad? You know, I mean, do we know anything about him? Was he normal?
As far as I could tell, but I'm not a doctor.
I'm having Todd's baby. We're gonna get back together.
Oh.
I mean, we're moving in that direction anyway because of the trial and the kids.
Oh, please, would you knock it off? Jack can't stand to be anywhere near Todd.
No. You were so wrong about that, Aunt Dorian. Because I had a very long conversation with Jack, explaining to him how Spencer had tried to fool him, fooled all of us. Because of that, Jack and his daddy have reconnected. Jack even told Todd that he loved him, and you should have... It meant so much to Todd. It meant so much to all of us.
I'm glad that poor little boy has had some form of closure in all of this.
It's one thing Todd and I did do right. It was our kids. If I could just give him this gift, then he would forgive me.
For sleeping with Spencer.
Don't say it.
What does it matter? Oh, stop that! Doesn't matter what I say, what I think, okay? It's up to you to face facts. Now, please, would you just do the math?
Well, why don't you just back off? What do you want? Okay, fine, Dorian. I think there's a possibility I could be pregnant with Spencer's child. Are you happy?
Where's that nurse?
Dorian, Spencer manipulated me for months. He manipulated my kids. What do you want me to tell Jack and Star? That man who tortured us sent your father to death row. You want me to keep on going here?
No, honey. Just please, I don't want you worrying about this when... I just don't. Look, if you are pregnant, well then, we'll just face this thing together. As a family, because Spencer's gone.
No.
He is out of your life.
No. See, that's where you're wrong, Dorian. If I am pregnant with Spencer's baby, I will lose thought for him.
Blair, darling, I know exactly what you're going through.
How can you?
Are you forgetting about Manuel Santi?
Don't tell me you're going to bring this man up right now.
Of course I am, because it's very relevant.
How?
But when I found out that I was pregnant with Manuel's baby, talk about sociopaths, I was terrified. I mean, what about my future? And what about the babies?
Are we going to talk about my possible pregnancy here, or are we going to talk about you?
We're going to talk about the fact that I made the only decision I could make in order to keep my baby safe.
Oh, you don't even know if I'm pregnant yet. You know, I'm having headaches. Big deal. But I'm late, so makes sense that I could be pregnant.
Right. And sometimes stress can change a woman's cycle, so we can't be sure.
Right. So we don't even know yet. Just wait till we get the blood test back.
If you are pregnant, I really would rather that it was Todd's baby than Spencer Truman's.
Would you do me a favor, Dorian? Just leave Todd alone and do not mention Spencer in this room again, please.
Blair, you know, I kind of hope that you are pregnant.
Why?
Because then it would mean that there's nothing wrong with your brain. And I would rather you gave birth to the devil's baby than risk losing you.
Well, I'll tell you this, Dorian. If I'm pregnant with Spencer's baby, it would definitely be the devil's child.
Did the prisoner seem chatty to you, or was he quiet? Was he looking around?
He was quiet.
Quiet, huh? All right. After this incident, did you see anything that would indicate that maybe he was waiting for someone to spring him?
I may have a couple more questions.
It's like there was one assailant,
Yes.
a male.
Same story over here.
Okay, no injuries, so I figured this guy must have used a drug or something.
Chloroform. I actually smelt it on my gun.
Ah. Well, whoever it was, he sure knew the route for this van, and he knew what time that it was going to be right here.
Blocked off the road for a mile in each direction.
All right. Could you search the area, see if you can find anything that would tell us how this guy is moving, Truman, right now, what direction they may be headed?
You got it.
Thanks.
I just spoke to the station. They're questioning Spencer Truman's attorney as we speak. I'm going to start a list of close friends and associates.
Well, somebody stuck their neck out to bust Truman loose. Why?
I don't know. Maybe he paid somebody off. Extorted a favor. I mean, from the reports I've read, it seems like blackmail seems to be Spencer Truman's favorite MO. Makes him feel like he's in control.
Hell, Benny. You wanted Margaret and that child out of the picture anyway. I was doing you a favor, not just because you didn't want Blair to find out about the child. I mean, Margaret was just so monstrous, wasn't she? So unbalanced. So you had to be worried about it. You had to be worried that she was going to pass her own psychosis on to her kid through the DNA, right?
Tell me where he is!
Just think about it, Doc. Think about it. Think about Star. Think about Jack. I mean, you really just need to think before you do something really
Were you thinking about
stupid.
you before you committed murder?
What?
No, that's right. You didn't know you had a kid before you committed murder, did you? Until it was too late. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds. 1 in the knee. 2 in the other knee. 3, 4, 5.
You can't do it, can you? You can't kill me, can you, Todd? You just can't pull the trigger. I guess I'm still holding all the cards after all, aren't I?
You can't have this file.
Why not?
Adriana, what?
You haven't made copies of this yet.
Right! How did I forget?
Brilliant investigator, terrible administrator. I will just run to the all-night copy place next door, and I'll make copies. I'll be right back, okay?
I am so sorry about that. I was in such a rush to tell you. I forgot to make. Look at me. Come, look at me.
Do not apologize.
Yeah, come on. You know how grateful we are to you. You know, when we hired you to find Tommy's birth parents, you were already working for Todd, and I know that he's paying you a lot more than we could ever afford. And you still managed to make us the priority, Rex, so...
It's not about the money.
Oh, yeah, it's actually pretty obvious. This isn't just a case to you, you know? You really seem to care about Tommy.
Well, I've never had a godson before. I know it's not nearly as important as being a father, but I really love that little guy. I just want to make sure I do everything I can to give him an awesome life.
You've already done more than enough. So, the birth mom's file, I mean, did you pretty much read through the whole thing?
I did.
And her mental illness, you know, can it be passed on?
In my medical experience, yes, my knowledge of this particular area, yes, a genetic predisposition for mental illness can be passed from generation to generation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Tommy will ever develop any condition within his lifetime. Ooh, it's Natalie. I gotta take it.
Yeah. What's up?
I think my husband was trying to make me feel better. What do you think?
He was in doctor mode. I think he thought he was being straightforward.
Yeah. But he was saying that Tommy could be mentally ill. I mean, not necessarily, but he was saying that it could happen.
Something's wrong. My tumor's back.
We don't know that.
Well, what's taking so long?
Blair, tell me, have you experienced any other symptoms that would indicate that you're pregnant?
What are you doing? Are you playing doctor now? Look, I'm late. You said it could be stress, right?
Recently, have your cycles been regular?
Dorian, I've had 2 kids. I've been pregnant more than that. I know what a pregnancy feels like. Of course, it doesn't feel like...
Oh,
Jack.
Here you are, doctor, at long last.
Just ignore her.
I'm Dr. Hansen, the hematologist brought in to consult.
So, give it to me straight. My tumor back?
You've experienced a surge of hormones due to the increased blood volume circulating throughout your body.
What does that mean?
Blair, it means you're pregnant.
Congratulations, Miss Kramer. You are between 15 and 17 weeks pregnant.
We both know that you can't kill me.
Why did I soften you up?
Lost the bluff. No matter, no good. Come on! Son of a bitch. I called your bluff. You lost. The cops are on their way right now to take me to Wingnuttdale and arrest you for assault, kidnapping, whatever else they can throw your sorry ass in jail for.
Cops couldn't find their butts if it had a bell on it. Nobody knows where you are or who took you. Just like you fell off the face of the earth, Spencer.
Yeah, but they'll find me. Because they think I'm a cop killer. Remember, I am very, very important to them right now, Todd.
Yeah, I'd like to play a game. What's it called? Oh, yes, the how should Todd Manning torture information about his son out of Spencer Truman game?
You are insane.
Maybe. I'll start. How about this? How about I shoot you in the hands, both hands, and then you'll never operate on anybody again. Okay, your turn. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Back to me, okay. You burn your hands. That would be poetic justice, wouldn't it, for my niece, whose boyfriend John McBain is suffering in a burn facility?
What is this obsession you have with my hands, man? Oh, I know. Is it because you just can't get the image out of your head of me running my fingers all over every inch of Blair's body as I make love to her over and over and over and over again? That's it, isn't it? You just can't get it out of your mind, can you, Todd?
Who's missing?
How should I know?
Wrong answer.
Sorry we didn't find more.
No. This helps a lot. Good work. Thank you.
Any luck with the trucks?
Whoever hijacked the transport took Spencer right off through the woods. Now, there's a little trail back there, little path, and it runs at an angle right back to this road.
Well, it sounds like our guy had a car waiting for him.
Got CSU. They're looking for any tread marks, oil drips, that stuff. That's a long shot.
Well, we gotta try everything.
Okay, what about Truman's family, friends?
I just got off the phone with the station. Blair's out of the question. David's in California.
Yeah, David, he hates Truman as much as Blair does.
Well, that's it as far as friends and family are concerned. Colleagues and associates have been accounted for. Look, I'll keep digging. I mean, he's got to have an ally out there that we don't know about.
I don't know. I'm not so sure. You know, John and I did a whole workup of all of Spencer's associates that may have helped him set me up. And I think we hit just about everybody.
All right. What are you thinking?
Truman was handcuffed in the back of this van. Now, the guard, he had the key up there in his pocket. Our guy could have gotten to that key.
All right. Well, maybe he panicked, decided he needed to make a quick getaway.
No, but the guards, they were out cold. All right, they couldn't even make a distress call. So our perp, he could have easily gotten that key and he could have uncuffed Truman.
I don't get it. I mean, why try to help someone escape if you're purposely going to keep them restrained?
Something doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Start talking.
What are you doing? You're nuts, you know that? You both know you can't kill me. I'm the only person in God's green earth that knows where your kid is. You can't let me take that to the grave. Hell, you can't even let him lock me up in Wingnutdale without busting me loose. All right, look, come on. Look, we both know that you can't kill me. Hell, I'm starting to think that you can't even hurt me. As you know, I will be found, and then you will be exposed for the sadistic bastard that you are.
There won't be anything to expose. I figured out a way to torture you without leaving a mark.
Oh, yeah? What are you gonna do, talk me to death?
No. Easy. Trust me. When I'm done with you, you'll be begging to tell me everything.
Look at this. 15 to 17 weeks. Right. Count backwards one. Yes. Covers the one time that Todd and I made love after he got out of prison.
You write stuff like that
Yes,
down?
I do, because it's important and I can take it back to the minute. Been holding on to that for the last 3 months. Because every time that we had a fight, I just closed my eyes and remembered that he still loved me.
Honey, I hate to be a killjoy, but are you telling me that you and Todd only made love once during that whole time?
Don't start, please.
Dr. Hansen gave us a window of 15 to 17 weeks. You and Spencer
Look,
were still...
I can only have this baby if it's Todd's. It can't be Spencer's, all right?
We better find out so you can weigh your options.
It is Todd's.
Even if it's not. Blair, you know, you're only avoiding the subject with all this domesticity.
Dorian, I am not avoiding anything. I'm just trying to take care of my body now that I know that I'm pregnant.
All right, fine. But I think you should also take care of your heart and your mind.
Thank you. That's what I intend to do.
Oh, right, of course. You're going to take care of yourself by telling Todd the baby is his, even if it turns out to be Spencer's. Blair, it's not going to work.
Well, I think it's a perfect idea.
Look, Todd may be many, many awful things, but he's not stupid, okay? He can add. And once you tell him that you're pregnant, it's going to occur to him that it could possibly be with another man's child, and that not just another man. We're talking about his worst
Okay,
enemy.
would you spare me the recap here? Because I'm living this nightmare. Thank you.
Okay, let me remind you of another nightmare that you lived through, Max Holden.
Oh, please, you're going to bring him up?
Yes!
That was 80 years ago, and Jack ended up being Todd's.
Yes, but we didn't know that then, and Todd thought that Jack was Max's, and so he took the baby away from you, told you the baby was dead, gave the baby away to someone else. Oh, but history has a way of repeating itself when it comes to Todd Manning.
History. That's what it is. Todd and I put that behind us. We've moved on. We've had a life of our own. We've built a family, and we were getting ready to be remarried until the dynamic duo demon team came into town.
Oh, you're talking about Margaret and Spencer.
Yes, I am talking about Margaret Cochran, and thank God she's dead. It's killing Todd to know that he has a son out there somewhere. And God knows what's going on with him.
How will you feel if Todd finds that baby?
I don't know. It'll be tough. I mean, at first, I'm sure, but it's Jack and Star's half-brother. It's Todd's baby, and well, I will learn to love him like my own. But the problem here is Spencer's never going to tell us where that baby is. Of course, Rex has hit some kind of roadblock.
Rex couldn't find snow in Alaska.
I just want to give Todd this baby. Being our gift, you know? Conceived in love. So who knows, you know? Todd's other child, it might be gone for good.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking care of that for me.
No problem.
Well, good news. My brother came out of surgery. He's awake, and he's doing great.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's so great, Michael.
I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I've had my head so wrapped up in this Truman thing that I kind of lost sight of what's important, you know? I mean, I just found out that my brother's doing really great. I'm finding out about Tommy's birth parents, and, you know, it's really apparent to me right now that what's important in life is taking care of the people that you love, you know? Not seeking vengeance.
Michael, this says that Tommy's mother she was really sick.
Yeah, I know.
mean, what do we do about that?
I know what it says, and what we do is we file that in the back of our minds, and we basically let Tommy be the perfectly wonderful, healthy boy that he's been since we got him.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't stay healthy and happy?
Honey,
what do we do then?
Listen, with any child, there's a risk, okay? I mean, with any birth, birth is unbelievably risky. Life is even more risky. So what we do is we take the cards we've been dealt and we play the hand.
Yeah, but Michael, what if he gets sick and I don't know how to handle it?
Honey, listen to me. We love Tommy this much, right?
Yeah.
I can guarantee you one thing. There will never be a more protected boy in this world because we have this information, you know? And we keep our eyes open and we deal with whatever comes up. You believe me,
Yes,
right?
of course. Yes, I believe you.
Because Tommy is more than just the makeup of his genetic parts, you know? He's his own little person, you know? He's a beautiful little guy, and he's gonna need love and caring for the rest of his life.
I know that, and I know that Tommy is the same little boy that he was before we got this file. You know, I love him. I mean, I love him so much that it hurts sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
So, this is good. right? I mean, this is good. We have this information. Like you said, it's going to help us to keep him as safe as possible. And I know that we made the right decision, you know, getting Rex to find out this information for us. So thank you. Really, Rex, we appreciate it so much.
I made the right decision, too.
I know you did. Yeah, Todd is a complete idiot because I know that you would have found his son for him. I do.
I, personally wouldn't worry too much about Todd Manning. You know, from what I know about this guy, he's gonna find his kid one way or another.
How's your head?
Fine.
Good. I was worried. 'Cause I figured after all the banging you did on it in jail that you might have a serious concussion.
I'm still here.
Can I tell you something? You were brilliant. It worked like a charm, man. You got your mistrial, sent away to the funny farm to get all patched up with arts and crafts and bogus shrink session.
I thought you might be impressed. Yeah, I like those shrinks, Todd. I got a really hot one, and you know all about her, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wingdale, it's not going to be so bad, I don't think.
No?
I heard your finger paints.
Finger paints? I could do some finger painting all day. Well, oh, I got a question for you. Did you know that Chinese water torture did not originate in China?
You can't be serious.
Well, I'm very serious. I mean, I know it's kind of a cliche, but like I said before, I can't leave a mark, and I got other stuff to do, and this takes care of itself. So, here's how it's gonna work. Let's see. I'm gonna drip water on your head, and your forehead to be precise. Very slowly. One little drop at a time. Let's see. Oh. That's perfect. Now here's what's gonna happen to you. It's gonna become very irritating to you. Yeah, see, it already is. And then you're going to start to anticipate every drop. Hi! Oh, hi! Right? Yeah. And then you're just gonna start to dread it. You know, the anticipation, the tension, the waiting, right? And then panic is gonna set in, and it's gonna grab you by the throat, buddy. And then sooner or later, you are going to go stark, raving mad.
What do you think of that? I think you should have done your research, is what I think. This kind of torture only works if you let it, man. And I ain't gonna let it, Todd. No.
All right, we'll see. Ta-ta.
What an idiot. So stupid. No way. Jeez.
Who's the best? You are. Come here, you little lughead.
Give Tommy a squeeze from me.
I will. So come on, let's go home to our perfect, beautiful, healthy son.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to thank you again. I mean, really, from the bottom of both of our hearts. Thanks.
No problem.
See you later.
Thank you for the save. If they had seen Todd's name on that file,
You know, Michael's right. Todd's gonna do whatever he can to find his son.
Then I have to make sure he stops looking.
This baby is Todd's. I would know it if it weren't.
You didn't know you were pregnant. Blair, I hate to say this, but your instincts have been questionable for some time.
Yeah, since Margaret Cochran came to town. She's gone now. Todd and I are gonna finish what we started 2 years ago. We're gonna put our family back together again.
You can't just ignore this situation. You have got to find out who the baby's father is.
Well, then I will.
An APB's gone out across the tri-state area. Truman's not gonna get too far.
Think about those handcuffs. I'm not so sure that Truman was rescued by a friend.
So, what, you think an enemy broke him out?
Maybe. I think somebody who's not satisfied with him going to a mental facility instead of a maximum security prison.
Well, that's just gonna make our job harder. I mean, everyone in this town hates the guy.
Yeah, but there's a handful of people that hate him enough to put their own freedom on the line.
You guys talking about me?
This is absurd.
On the next One Life to Live.
What's going on, Chris?
Spencer's not going to prison for killing your father.
What happened to Spencer?
One of his enemies has already gone after him.
This baby can't be Spencer's. It's gotta be Todd's. If you don't have any plans, why don't you stay?